Hello, welcome to the Great Outdoors. I want to thank you for joining us. Today we're out here in the Geneva State Forest, and what a beautiful day. You know, it's in the 80s, low humidity, it's kind of overcast, big puffy clouds, and it's just a gorgeous day. And we're going to see what we can find. We're going to look for some gopher tortoises and whatever else. So come along with us as we explore Geneva State Forest.
Now, we take a lot of things for granted every day in our lifetime, but not here at the Geneva State Forest. This is a pine cone from a longleaf pine tree, and here at Geneva they collect these. They'll go out and they'll harvest the pine cones in the fall, and they'll sell them off as seeds, because the longleaf pine tree is a very important part of our ecosystem here in the state of Alabama. For years, the state has went back to different kinds of trees, loblolly and all them other things, to try to produce lumber for, to make money and so forth. But they found that the longleaf pine, that's what was here when the first settlers came, and that's what's here, and it's what's necessary for the Alabama ecosystem. Longleaf pine.
Here's some more gopher apple. And there's a couple there that I'm going to leave that are on the ground. Hopefully they're going to just go ahead and rot, and the seed will end up going back into the sand and producing more plants. That's important. You know, here in Geneva State Forest, you never know who you're going to meet. The people out here are friendly, kind, and courteous. The flowers are beautiful. So come on out to Geneva State Forest. Put a little color in your life. Fall flowers are in bloom. You never know what kind of creatures and things that you're going to run into. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful experience here in the Geneva State Forest. And you can't beat it for the price. There isn't any place in this state that you can go and get as much enjoyment for as little as $2 a day. Come and witness God's miracles in Geneva State Forest. You won't regret it. and it's a great family adventure. This is the food plot that these guys here, the rangers, have planted for the wildlife. This actually is done by the Wildlife and Fisheries Commission, and it's the wildlife officers, John Powers and his guys, that is responsible for planting the food plots for the wildlife. It may seem like, you know, oh, well, it's just for the hunters, but it's not. It's to give the vitamins and proteins to the wildlife that are out here in the wilderness. And it keeps them, if they got corn and stuff like that to eat here, it'll keep them out of wandering into the farmer's cornfield and getting shot over there. We're here in Geneva. Here's two of them. There's one here, there's one over there. Now, I think there's probably got a hole there, so we're probably not going to get them. I really do want to try, though. So let's hold on. At least two. So we're going to throw in some gopher apples. There's no way that we could have got to them. I kind of knew that they were headed in their hole. They're still running around. They must be eating those apples there that I put in there. They must be eating those apples. They want to come back out. I just walked up on the hole and they just scurried away. I dropped some apples in there. I'm probably going to put the rest of them in there, and hopefully they'll eat them and they'll distribute them somewhere here in this area. This is the first time I've ever seen two tortoises staying in the same burrow. That's a good thing, I guess. They're not real big. I would have liked to have been able to get my hands on them, find out what how old they were and what sex they were, but there's just no way. When they're on that apron or that burrow, there's no way you're going to catch them. Let's get some more apples. Let's go ahead and just put them in here.
Okay, they got a bunch of apple now. Let's hope they'll munch out. Maybe they'll even eat the seeds and come out here and use the bathroom and plant the seeds out here around where their burrow is. And next year, the year after, they'll have their own gopher apples.
You're not going to use my name, right? I mean, that's why I'm willing to talk to you. You can't use my name. These people scare me. I never, and that only happens at Halloween. There are ghosts and goblins and all kinds of stuff. Oh, you just wouldn't believe. Anyway, now what do you want to know? Yeah, well, it starts like, well, 15th of October. Well, you know, be a few poltergeists or something before then. But around the 15th of October is when things start getting real crazy around here. You know, me and the girls, we're trying to relax before hunting season. You know, it only starts a few days after that, so we're kind of jumpy anyway. But you know what? When these things start chasing after you, yeah, no man, it's a whole different world. You know, and then after that gets done, then the bucks start chasing after us. So you just can't win. You don't get a chance to relax. You know, in the summer you got the babies, and when they get grown up, then the Halloween comes, and the ghosts start chasing you around, and then the bucks start chasing you around, and then the hunters start chasing you around, and if you make it through that, then it starts all over again. But okay, what? Oh yeah, I've seen people hanging in these trees. My mama used to talk about, you know, things that humans used to do. They got in a family feud one time, and they started shooting each other, and then they went and captured some of them, and they hung them from the tree. Yeah. Daddy Buck told me once that some guy was riding a horse through here and got too close to a branch, and the branch snapped and took his head off and some other stuff. So he's out here during that time. He's scary looking, man. I mean, he's scary looking. And there's just all kinds of stuff. You have to come out here and look for yourself. That's all I can tell you. Look, I'd really like to talk to you some more, but I gotta relax. You know, it's almost time. But you know, please don't use my name. You know, I don't want these guys coming after me again. Okay, well, if I can help you, look for me. All right, bye.